Oh well, here we go, baby.
Yes, we're here again.
Here again, Tesconian. Nice bright day.
Yeah, it's not too bad today, is it?
Let's go and get a trolley and then we'll...
Not as nice as Florida.
We'll show them, Sharon, what it's like pre-Christmas in Tesco's. I'm going to show them the jumpers and all that. Show them what Christmas jumpers they got, because you get all your jumpers from there, don't you?
I get a lot of my clothes from here, actually.
There you go. Right, let's get inside. Let's have a little look around here then, shall we? Christmas chocolates are all out and the biscuits, Sharon.
Oh,
we like a twiglet, don't we?
yeah.
Actually quite low in carbs as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Which is a nice thing. All your Christmas cakes are out. Look at them, look. Limoncello panettone, look, up there.
I made my own, thank you.
You do? Well, we don't eat cakes anyway, do we?
Well,
apart from mince pies.
Yeah, but I've made a Christmas cake.
I know you have. Which is to your original recipe that we done last year, Sharon, wasn't it?
Correct.
Oh,
I'll get you a lollipop.
Oh, hello. Gingerbread man, look, how much are these sort of thing? Again, if you're
£3.50.
£3.50, you can make them, can't you? Little crafting things if you go that way. Sammy would make this sort of stuff, wouldn't she?
Oh, God, yeah.
Because you had this up, although £3.50, we was watching a video the other day when someone was shopping round Fortnum and Mason, remember?
Yes.
And decorations were like
Hannah Ricketts, isn't it?
They were about £25 each.
Yeah.
The tree decorations. So I think £3.50 or even £1.50, look.
I'll come in after Christmas like I do and get them reduced.
Well, yeah, but no one can be bothered to do that, can they?
I do.
Do you?
I'm sure there's plenty like me that would.
So all our Christmas decorations, or the newer ones, are from last year, are they?
Yeah. Look, reduced to clear. Look.
Yeah, they're always handy. Look, £6, look.
Look, reduced to clear, this is.
Yeah, I know.
Look.
Nice little scales, them.
Yeah, I've got some of them indoors.
I know you have. You got them off Amazon, though.
Yeah.
Who buys Christmas cards? Remember Christmas cards used to be racks and racks of them, didn't they? Look, it's only that little segment now, look.
Yeah, but they're individuals for names, aren't they? One I love, Nana, and all that.
Well, card's a card, isn't it, Shao?
No, not if it's got Nana on. You can't give that to everyone.
Again, make your own, crafty. Are they more sentimental when you make your own? Or does people just throw them away still anyway?
Christmas crackers?
Yeah. Do they show the presents on the back of these?
Always on the back.
They're quite flimsy, aren't they? What are they? What do you get inside them? Look. Yeah, they don't even put a proper hat in that one. Look, it's just a band. Look. You get a game, but you don't get no present. Look. What do you get in that?
There's one.
Oh, we was watching the Cambridges, weren't we?
Oh yeah, they done it. I'll have to go back and watch which ones they said were the best.
Johnny and Jane. I think they got ones pretty much like this.
They did get them, I think.
Hello, Johnny and Jane, if you're watching.
Hello, the Cambridges. Life's too short.
Yeah, get over and have a look at them, folks.
Yep.
Check them out. Said that before. That's a handy tool. Look.
Yeah.
Pen. Do people still use pens?
I do.
Pulling your eyebrows out. You use
I do that, yeah.
Bottle opener.
Or chin hairs.
Nail clipper's always handy. What's that thing there? What is that?
Don't know.
A file, maybe? I don't know.
That's not a file, is it?
How much are these again?
They're £9.60 if you've got a club card, which I have.
Oh, here we go.
Which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, well, some people don't, do they? It's their opinions, isn't it? Yeah, anyway, Christmas crackers. Or you can, again, Chow, make your own. Here's an ABBA jumper up there. New one, black one.
Oh!
She likes an ABBA jumper.
Oh, it's too short.
Eh?
It's too short.
Oh, it's not one of your long ones, is it?
Short.
So let's have a look.
Quite nice.
Let's have a look and see what they've got for the women
as well.
In the Christmas jumper section.
Oh, they've got 25% off as well.
So what you got there? Look.
I'm not a fan of white jumpers.
No.
Because I'm a messy eater.
Of course you are.
That's nice though.
Happy Fizmas. Yeah, not
Well,
bad.
that's nice.
Yep. There we go.
Should we have a scan?
Eh?
Let's have a scan.
What do you mean have a scan?
What about a scan? Oh yeah. See what it's so right. It says.
So that's marked up as 29 down to 22.50.
£22.50. Euros is 29.
Right, go on then. Oh, sorry, that's euros, isn't it? And if you've got a club card, what do you get
Look,
it for?
£15.
£15, that's not bad for a Christmas jumper, folks.
Oh, that might have to. No, it's white. I don't want the white
No, you
one.
don't
So
want the
to
white
remove an item, you just press remove item
Scan
and
it
re-scan
again.
it.
And it comes off your list.
I sure want to remove.
A lot of people asked this thing.
I like this.
Yeah, because you ain't got to wait about in queues, have you?
No. Is there any more? Oh.
No.
No more Christmassy ones.
No, I don't know. Let's have a look around. No, not your style, Sharon. Quite a few jumpers there, but I say this is where Sharon gets them all from. There's some polo necks out. No?
I don't want white. I don't like white.
Oh, you just said that, didn't you? Well, I didn't. I just pulled the white one out.
Yeah. Let's have a look round the other side, Dad, more jump.
Go on in.
Not bad though, is it?
Yeah, but you like a roll neck, you said.
Yeah, but I like a V-neck now and again.
Right, let's have a look round this
I
side.
like that one though. That could be a winner.
What one?
That one.
Look at that one then.
I don't know.
How much is it?
I haven't.
You didn't scan that one, did you?
No.
15 quid, I reckon.
16.
Wow. There you go. You're keeping it on there, I noticed.
It's a shame that's short.
Yeah, you would like that long one. What's that one down the bottom there? Are they longer? No, short one. Oh, well, never mind.
Oh.
I remember like years ago when you used to go to Woolworths, Sharon,
Yeah.
and their clothes range was Winfield, wasn't it? Woolworths.
Ladybird.
Was it?
Yeah, Ladybird.
Well, what was Winfield? Their trainers were Winfield, weren't they?
I can't remember.
I think so.
How much is that one?
What's that one come in at?
9 quid.
9 quid? There you go. You getting it or not?
It was 14, but because I have a club card, I get more discounts.
There you
so
go.
they are worth it.
Well, you just do what you've got to do. Other people might not think so, but if you do, that's all that matters.
If you use it to its full advantage, yes.
Well, there you
if
go.
you didn't, no.
People say, oh yeah, but it's cheaper from so-and-so, and they price match and all that. Lot.
You
But
just
at the end of the day, if this is where you go, it's where you go, innit? Just have a look at the blokes now and just see what they got in the way of Christmas jumpers. Little Grinch number there. And that one. Not really my cup of tea, to be honest with you. 24 quid. Quite dear, actually, isn't it? Anything there? Christmas crude. 15 quid. No, don't like that either. Sleigh bells ring. No, not for me that. Yeah, never really good clothes for blokes for Christmas, but not that I'm a jumper wearer, Sharon, am I?
No, it's men's Christmas jumpers.
I just looked at them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just looked at. Not really much there, is there?
Oh, t-shirts, Christmas
I
t-shirts.
just looked at all that. Oh well, there you go.
Oh,
Hello. No bread in. Look, they've got all the bread's gone. Look, what's that all about?
mechanical breakdown.
They cook it here though, don't they?
Yeah, so I say they got a mechanical breakdown, it says.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Friday afternoon, time we're filming this, and it's not as busy as I thought it would be in here actually. Little gift sets there, look.
Where's the deodorant? It's a deodorant gift set.
I'll tell you what's ridiculous price now. Razors, shaving stuff for blokes. Absolute ridiculous prices. I don't know how people blink and put the value they do on them, these big companies. But you know why they do, because you have to have them. I'm just going to have a look down here,
You
Shell,
do
where it
that,
is.
love.
Oh, let's have a look. I know that's an electric one, 30 quid. That's a normal one with 12 months of shaving, they call it. 24 quid, so you're buying a month's worth there, 12 months worth there. But let's look at the cheap, well, 18 months worth of shaving. Look, 32 quid. Then you go down to the single ones down here, look. That's even £13, £15, £27, £13. And yet, if you've ever used these blinking cheapo disposable ones, which are only about 3 quid, they cut your face up like anything they do, look. So I don't bother with them anymore. I used to just get them rather than buy all this. And none of these heads will match up with other makes and all that. So once you buy one, and 9 times out of 10, I've got about 3 razors indoors, different makes, but I keep forgetting when I'm out what makes they are or what style they are. Jane Cabela, are you going to do a Vlogmas? How about a week of meals vlogs for the week and also grocery haul vlogs? Well, that's what we do anyway. And as far as doing a Christmas vlog, we do that every year where we have a Christmas video which goes out live. Now we normally do a premiere on Sunday on our vlogs, but that will be us sitting here, for example, and playing you loads of clips, what we've been filming or what I've just been filming anyway.
It's going to be Sunday the 21st.
Sorry,
21st.
Sunday the 21st is our live Christmas vlog, which we do every year. If you haven't seen them, go and look at our other Christmas vlogs. Type in Butler's Empire Christmas 2024, Christmas 2023 to get an idea of what our Christmas vlogs are like. We keep it tongue-in-cheek, we keep it light-hearted, fun, banter, and you can also It's live. There's a live comment chat box there. You can actually speak to us live. We're reading your comments live. So yes, we are doing that. Our life in Fuerteventura. That is Lee and Sharon. Just started themselves up the YouTube channel. They've moved to Fuerteventura. They say, hi Martin and Sharon, our favourite YouTubers.
Oh, thanks.
When do you plan to return to Fuerteventura, and would you consider doing a video or two with another YouTuber who lives on the island? I can't think who you're talking about, Lee.
No, I don't know. Do you know any other YouTubers though?
Any chance of a shout out?
You've just had it.
You just had it. And we'll also leave their link in the description below as well, folks.
So go along and subscribe.
Yeah, they've only just started.
Yep.
It's a whole new thing.
Yep.
They'll explain to you. I think he's emailed me, Lee, this week or last week, I can't remember, because he felt like giving up. Because like everything, it's a learning curve, and also people are nasty. There's some lovely people out there.
As you've heard, Lee.
People leave nasty comments. Now, I do gather by what he said in one of his videos, they've had some nasty comments where people basically just delete and block, as I said to you.
Don't give them the time.
Don't get the time of day.
We shouldn't have done that, really, giving them the time of day.
You're going to get it, and unfortunately, you've either got the skin where you just be yourself. If you show any inkling that you're not being truthful, they will jump on you. Full stop. And what did you say?
I said they just watched, Lee, so they're giving you a view.
They are viewing.
Look at it like that, Lee.
Yeah.
They've actually, you've obviously done their head in, like we do people's heads in, but they've watched us and given us a view.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because you've left a comment, that's also helped. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So yes, if we do come back there, we will bump into you. Lucky, unfortunately, we missed you on the last visit. All right, we've got Belinda Gleason. Do you think that you will ever have Del Boy's van finished and on the road for next year?
No.
Probably
I'll answer
not.
that, no.
I've had it since 2014. No. We've just spent a lot of time getting the shed sorted out, which you'll see in a later video. Gary's done a lot and Jimmy's done a lot on that one, so we've had some help with that. But yeah, I mean, I will get it done. The thing is, yes, it was a project. Other things got in the way, and as a result of that, it's not depreciating in value. The value is still as much as what I pay. Well, way more than what I paid for it.
You're not selling it anyway.
I'm not selling it anyway.
No.
Jimmy don't want me to sell it.
I don't want you to sell it.
Who gets their own way more between the two of you?
Both of us. I'd say we're 50-50, Martin. I would.
It's not a matter of getting your own way. We don't do something, or I don't do something which Sharon don't like or don't want to do, and it's the same with Sharon as well.
The only thing that he makes me do is the outside cooking.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but that's for the.
Yeah, but I've had a result today because it was an inside cooking.
Well, there you go. So you got your own way then, Sharon. You got your own way. What is your best favourite all-time food anywhere that you have eaten out or also abroad?
That's a good question.
Well, my favourite food is, which I've had ever since a kid, which I don't really eat a lot now, but I still will have it as a treat, pie mash.
Actually, I think I like the Chinese. I think
Pie
I'm
mash
going
and
down the
liquor.
Chinese route.
Yeah.
That's what's come to my head.
But that's only because I can remember back in probably about 1967, 68, when I was about 3 or 4 years old, going to Harrington's in Wandsworth Bridge Road with my mum and dad back then, and then feeding me it for the first time. And ever since that, up to the age now of nearly 62, I still eat it now.
I'm feeding it to him now.
Yeah.
Bedina Gleason.
Bedina Gleason, yeah. Thanks, Bedina. Right, Tracy Smith. Hi, Sharon and Martin. What's the best holiday you've ever had, including holiday to Florida?
I'm going to say Florida. My other favourite holiday was Rhodes. I just loved Greece, Rhodes. It was wonderful there.
Yeah.
Just really liked it there.
Yeah. I love Florida, America, and we will be going back. That's all we can say there. Susan Hogan. Hi, Martin and Sharon. Will you be going back to Florida again? That's the answer there.
Yeah.
But would you go to other places in America?
Yes.
Say
New York. At Christmas.
I would like to go to Graceland and see where else.
Yes, I'd actually quite like to see that.
Yeah, there's loads of places.
Yeah.
Sharon wants New York at Christmas.
Just can't imagine it.
I'd like to see Graceland as well, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always fancied the Route 66 thing, but someone said that that's changed now. So yeah, I'd like to do a few more. There's loads to see in America.
America's such a big place, isn't it?
So yeah, there you go.
America, if you want us to come over, just get in touch.
Yeah. LD Camp, that's Linda from, I think she's in, is she in, I can't remember if she's in US of A or Australia.
She's an American. She's an American. She must be a Canadian.
How were the flights going home from the US? I think you said it was a little bit bumpy. Over Bermuda, it was quite bad.
But it doesn't bother me. Isn't it weird? I don't think, it just doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but I looked where we was. I thought, God, that's really bumpy. When I looked at the flag, we was flying over Bermuda, the map rather, on the screen in the plane. And I thought, oh God, the Bermuda's a triangle.
Barry Manilow was singing to us, see?
So that was that. Yeah, apart from that, the flight was all right. Yeah, I don't mind flying. Yeah, not a problem.
I love it.
Johnny Tipton rather. If YouTube ended tomorrow, what would you do for a living, or would you retire? And when was the last time Sharon had a hot meal without recording each other? LOL. If YouTube ended tomorrow, what would we do for a living? Well, before YouTube took off, don't forget, I finished working in the system in 2005 when I was 41. And ever since then, I come out of a system of working from the age of 16 up to 41. I was in the system working all the time. So I come out and I had to do a bit of, I wanted to work from home. And as a result of that, I found things that I could learn and also which I could do from home. That's what I wanted. I didn't just go look for another job. I wanted to work from home. So I did a few things, buying and selling. We used to go to auctions, buying and selling stuff at auctions. We started printing T-shirts. We started printing mugs. We started producing DVDs. I learned how to use editing equipment and making DVDs. I used to travel up and down the country filming motorbikes. That was one of my first products. Sharon got a spray tanning kit, you know, the body spray tan thing.
Good boy.
And back when they first come out, I made an instructional video of that and sold that on eBay. So it was all a bit of a fake it till you make it, so to speak. And yeah, so buying and selling at auctions, all that sort of stuff. So we'll probably go back and do a bit of that because it's stuff we've done in the past. So that's that. And what's the second part of the question there? When was the last time Sharon had a hot meal without recording each other?
Most days.
When we film, we have to talk to you to show you and let you know what the food tastes like, the textures and all that sort of stuff. I know Sharon has a joke and says about, oh, am I going to ever eat a hot meal and all that? That's just a joke.
Yeah.
That's just a joke.
I do have a hot meal.
All our meals are hot meals.
Yeah.
We only film a fraction of what we eat in a week, but that's for the camera. So we have to be a bit more descriptive. Isn't that right, Merlin?
You're right, my leg.
So yeah, we eat hot meals all the time, unless it's a salad. Hotmail Lorraine. Hi Martin and Sharon. Would you do vlogs with other YouTubers who are based in the US to bring more views to your channel?
Definitely.
Yeah, but we don't know any other YouTubers in the US of A.
No,
You mentioned one there, Theme Park Bazza, which I've not heard of before. They said they're from Yorkshire apparently, and he moved to the USA to work years ago and retired early in Orlando. Well, obviously we don't know any YouTubers in America, but yeah, we would do if we were over there. We didn't meet any other YouTubers.
What do you think, Merlin?
Nikki McKenna. Hi Martin and Sharon. I so love watching these vlogs. Where in the US would you like to visit next year that you have never been to before? Well, talking to Christopher, the cabbie in the US of A, is somewhere which we like to go. He's from Jamaica.
I'd like to go to Australia as well.
So we'd like to go to Jamaica, we'd like to go to Australia.
It's a long way.
Now I'd like to go to Egypt, but Sharon's not too keen on that, to go and see the pyramids.
I wouldn't go in there.
Well, you can't go in there.
You can go in. I remember Trace saying there's a little hole you can go. No way would I go in there. I don't care how long they've been standing.
Yeah.
Where else? Hawaii. That's another place I'd like to go to.
Yeah. We was watching Walk With Me Tim.
Oh yeah, where was that?
And he'd done some sort of safari.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, and that was fantastic. He actually went out into the safari.
Oh, it was breathtaking.
In a vehicle on his own with obviously guards or whatever they are.
Yeah.
But that was good, yeah. So that Walk With Me
That was
Tim.
like something like £3,000 a night. So it's never going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, this is from Kaz says, have you ever considered going on a cruise? And do you think you will ever retire, as in stop vlogging? Well, cruise isn't on our high list that we mentioned earlier on, but it's something that could happen. Do you think you would ever retire, as in stop vlogging? Well, the thing about vlogging,
I like it.
It's part of our life now. We've done it. I've done vlogging for probably about 2008, something like that, to where we are now. So a very long time. Sharon's come more on board with it now.
I like it now.
I wanted to, because I was always working on my own in my Retro Restore channel and doing car repairs, and she was obviously
What's not like when you're going all over the world and you're meeting lovely people?
So I've steered our vlogging where we're both together all the time, and we are together 24/7. So do we think we'd ever stop? Well, I hope not, because we enjoy doing it now. When we see an opportunity to film, share our experiences, because a lot of people out there say that we love coming with you on your holidays, and the way you film it is we feel like we're there with you. So.
I mean, I'm even braver now. So when I go out with Tracy, I'll take the camera out with me. It doesn't bother me, you know. Well, before it did, but it doesn't bother me now.
Wild Goose Man says, looking back in life, are there things or opportunities that you passed up that you now wish that you had done? Well, the thing is about life is that life comes with loads of opportunities. You either take them or you don't. But one thing we don't have is any regrets, because the things that we've done are what makes us who we are. And if you do bad things in your life, you may have regrets. If you're horrible to people, that's why with regards to the trolls, for example, and the negative people who are not opposing what we say, but they are horrible to us. They don't know us from Adam. We've all lived a life at the end of the day. They may look in their life and say, well, why was I being horrible? Or why was I being negative? Whereas we like to be the opposite. We're positive, aren't we, Sharon?
We are very positive.
Yeah. And we are doing the things that we want to do.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to be able to do that. But it's because we've worked to life. Don't forget we're in our 60s now. So we have worked to life where we've had to sacrifice being together, going 12-hour shifts. I used to work 7 days a week. I used to be away. And then when I go to work, I was sleeping in the back of a transit van. So we've done all that sort of thing. And, you know, Sharon's had to be on her own up here when she was living up here. So, yeah, we do what we want to do, hopefully, when we can do it. So we don't want regret. So we don't want to say, oh, we won't go there, and then in a year's time think, oh, we should have done that. If you've got the opportunity and the means, do it.
Yeah, do it.
That's simple. Jay Negan, you both get on so well. Would you say you are best friends?
Definitely.
Well, from the age of 15 to 60, from the age of 17 to 62, to put up with someone for a lifetime, of course you're best friends. You're more than best friends, you're soulmates.
Yes.
Natalie King, hi Sharon and Martin. My question is, if you're doing Orlando again, will you take your children for that experience?
Pick on their own.
Our children,
Are
the oldest are 40 years old,
Yeah.
the youngest is 28.
Jimmy would love us to go,
Yeah,
but we can't.
The logistics
because
of
of
it
the
all,
dogs.
because we need someone here to look after the dogs. And Jimmy, obviously, and Charlotte live with us, and the same with them.
Nothing would make me happier than to go on holiday with him, but it can't be done.
Yeah. But yeah, they're not children anymore. They are fully grown adults with their own kids, and we are grandparents.
We're lucky. We live with them every day as well. So
Rachel Harris, hey Sharon and Martin. My question is, what's it like living in the same house as your family?
Wonderful.
Do you ever feel the need for some privacy?
No, they might do, but I don't. I love the fact that they're next door. My baby's still here.
From when we've been up here in 2000, we moved into this house. We brought my mum up with us, because I always had the thing, when my dad died in 1992, I would look after my mum. So we moved my mum in with us, and she stayed with us until she died in 2013 or 14.
Yes. I'd have all my kids in here.
Yeah, so
though.
she used to live in the other part of the house. Jimmy, Tracy, Gary all lived upstairs. Me and Sharon live in this part of the house, which is like a separate part of the house. The house, as you know, has got 2 kitchens. You see all our filming in this kitchen. Bolted onto this kitchen next door is another kitchen. Then there's another downstairs living room, a downstairs bedroom, a downstairs bathroom. Go upstairs, you've got another 3 bedrooms upstairs, and you've got another bathroom upstairs as well. Apart from downstairs where we live, me and Sharon, we've got a downstairs toilet, we've got our big living room, we've got our kitchen, we've got a toilet downstairs in the hallway, we've got another little office, we've got the bedroom, we've got a dressing room, and we've also got our own bathroom as well.
And I'll soon have a sewing room.
So you can't hear what goes on the other side when we shut our kitchen door. It's another house. There could be blinking Harry Carey next door, and we wouldn't know because you just can't hear. So we've always had our family living with us. So Gary married Stacey. They was living here for a bit. Tracy and Ben, they didn't live here. They got a place. So Tracy left. Gary left with Stacey. Jimmy grew up. Jimmy married Charlotte. We look after them, or we give them that part of the house. So yeah, we've always had family here. But privacy-wise, we've got no problem with privacy. We've got our privacy when we shut the door.
It's nothing lovely when my little Frank walks through to see us.
Yeah.
Little things like we got a bonus having them live with us.
He's in here every morning. He comes through to us, sits down with us, watches a bit of telly before he goes to school.
I'd love all my grandchildren living here. Nothing could be better.
Keith, regarding the window cleaning kit, have you noticed an improvement since you have been using it, and does it leave the window streak free? Well, to be honest with you, we've done that video not long before we went away. We've done the windows, but we're not the sort of people who do the windows every week, let's put it that way. Plus it's winter time now, and we've been away, and going out there now.
It's not the weather to do
It's
them.
not the weather to do
Well,
it.
in my eyes, it's not.
But all I will say is that when we done them, the windows were
I was
absolutely
over the
fine.
moon with it, over the moon.
As you've probably seen if you watch the window cleaning video. And also, we've done it in a fraction of the time than what it normally takes to do because of how easy it is to use that piece of equipment.
Look how lovely it got the side of my house. How well it cleaned
and
it.
also, that Gary wants to borrow it now.
Yeah.
So, yes. It's
What a surprise!
well worth having. Susan, M4Q6K, are you going to do an Xmas vlog with your family? Yes, I think I've answered that one. Wow, this is quite long, Sharon. I think we're on to the last ones now, the last 7 questions, folks. This comes from Jill Martin. How much did the holiday cost or their roundabouts?
The actual flight and hotel was 2,300 and the tickets was 1,300, I think, or 1,200.
Yeah, so the kids, but when I say the kids, our children, and your brother, bought all the tickets, didn't they?
And I'm so pleased they did.
And how much did that come through the tickets?
I think it's either 1,200 or 1,300. Actually, I think it was 1,200.
That was for Sharon's 60th. That was Sharon's wish, and that's what she got.
No, I didn't wish it. Jimmy just knew.
Well,
he knew
whatever.
Loved it.
As far as the flights go, we paid for the flights. We paid £2,000.
2,300.
That's what we paid for the flights. So we paid for the flights. They paid for
That's
all the
with the hotel, and that was with breakfast every morning.
Yeah. So that's what it cost us. June Camp asked, what was the highlight of your trip?
My favourite bit was Animal Kingdom, and something you never see was playing crazy golf with the Crocs. That was just amazing.
Yeah. The highlight of my part of the trip, for me, was how the attitude and atmosphere is different from people in America to people in the UK. In other words, as soon as we come back into the UK, there's just that oppressive negativity which surrounds everybody in the UK. But when you get off the plane now, and don't forget we've been to different places. I know we went to theme parks and all that sort of stuff.
Blimey, even customs were jolly, weren't they?
But we also went to the residential areas, what Jackie and Lee took us to.
Yeah.
And just to see the ambience of the residential areas and how happy and
clean.
positive
clean.
that was there, them areas. So that was the biggest highlight for me, seeing that it doesn't have to be the way it is over here when you're in that bubble. Now, I love the UK, but the trouble is, in the last 40 to 50 years, we've seen the UK when we had so-called freedom back in the 70s and 80s to where we are now and how it's gone and how everything's controlled and how miserable people are. Not through their own beings, it's what's happening to the country out of the individual's control. But it does make you miserable. And just to see that it can be different with the way things are run. So that's what the biggest thing for me was. That was the highlight of my trip, seeing how happy people can be in a country. Gemma White says, hi guys, have you or your family ever had any ghostly goings on? I know Tracy has at her old job. We won't talk about it here, but yes, we've experienced stuff, the both of us. Members of the family have. I think we've mentioned that. If you want to go to our Halloween vlog for last year, I think we went through a few of them there. But yeah, I've had a few ghostly things. Places I've visited, for example, where I was in bed and I was in a hotel room at night and I was rolling towards the middle of the bed and something got in bed with me, so to speak. Another one when I see an old ghost through a letterbox of a church, which I kept knocking on as a kid. But yeah, I've had many experiences. Maybe we'll do another video on that maybe in another time. But yeah, the answer is yes, we have. Corno, why didn't you hire a car? Well, for one, we had an agenda, was to visit the theme parks, and they was a cab ride away. We was visiting Jackie and Lee, who transported us around showing us certain things. And the other place we wanted to investigate, which was iDrive, they had the tram going up and down it because there was loads of things there we wanted to visit. But you did work out a few prices.
I did, I've got it all for you there.
Right, so.
Car hire for 14 days.
Right, would have been.
$294.93.
Right.
With a deposit going down of $756.
Right. Then you would have had to pay for petrol.
Yes.
Petrol could have been, I don't know how much that is.
I can't remember how much it was.
Working out a couple of tankfuls maybe, a tankful a week maybe. Car parking for the theme parks, you either park near to the theme park or you park further away. And when I say further away,
it's a long way.
It's a long, long way. And that varied from £60 or $60 a day to $35 a day.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind we spent a good few days at the theme parks, So that adds up to like $300 or
especially
whatever.
like when you've been there in the afternoon, then you're going back again in the evening.
Yeah.
Which we did do.
So you had $300 there for the theme park parking for the amount of times we was there. $300 for the hire of a car, so that's $600 already. Then you've got your petrol on top of that, so call it another $100. That's $700, which you spend there. The cab fare, Sharon worked out, come in at $404. So it was far cheaper for us to do the cabs the way we did than to hire a car out. And not only that, you would have probably gone to other places where you needed car parking and you would have been charged as well. So it works out a lot cheaper for us.
And that's a big deposit to put down, $756. And if there's anything with that car that they find, you've lost that.
Yeah. Lee Twynham, I can't believe you never had hash browns once, or did I miss them, you having them at Denny's?
I'm sure I had them in the Rose and Inn.
You had them in the Rose and Inn, our hotel.
Yeah.
But I gather hash browns can be different depending on what part of America you go to. The ones in the hotel buffet
were little cubed hash browns.
Little cube hash browns, little squares of potato.
Yeah.
They didn't do the one what we made the other day. But apparently different parts. No, we didn't have it in Denny's because we had the burger, obviously burger and fries. And we didn't have it in the other places because we basically was eating steak, or Sharon was having a burger or whatever, or chicken or something like that or whatever. So no, we didn't actually get to taste them apart from the ones Sharon had in the restaurant. Apart from yourselves, who is your favourite YouTubers? That's from Carlos4884.
That's very hard.
Well, when I say favourite YouTubers, our favourite YouTubers are obviously, we've met YouTubers, as we mentioned earlier on. Who we watch is not necessarily our favourites, because we actually do watch some YouTubers who we can't stand, don't we? But we have to watch them for the annoying factor.
People mostly watch us for that.
But YouTubers we watch regularly.
Are our friends.
We got like JP and Sammy. We've got Northerners on Tour. We watch Simply Whitby. We watch the Cambridge's WifesTooShort. We watch the Travel Trolls. Sharon watches Hannah Ricketts. We both watch Hannah Ricketts.
I love Hannah Ricketts.
Walk With Me Tim.
Yes, love that.
Our Life in Fuerteventura. We watch Bearded Explorer.
Yeah, I like them. I love watching the empty houses. Like Adam Explores as well, isn't he? He's another one.
Explores. We also watch Tracy and Ben vlogs and Gary and Stacey family vlogs. If we've forgotten anybody, we do watch. Do forgive us, but those are the most ones. And one of the reasons why we watch them channels is, like everyone, we've got a routine where we have our tea in the evening, we sit down in front of the telly, and they put out regular videos every time, like what we do.
Yeah.
So you know you're going to be watching a certain part of entertainment. We watch Rob and Lynn on Tour, we watch.
Yes.
We do watch Campsite Warden now and again.
Yes.
As opposed to, as I said, a load of YouTubers, which great on us, Sharon. Yeah?
Yeah.
They're great on us.
I thought he was going to ask me to say one. I was just going to say one then. I better not.
Yeah, better not. No, we'd never do that. We'd never name names because we don't feel like the need to be nasty. Because at the end of the day, just because we don't like what they like. Oh, sorry, what's that?
Boathead.
On
Sorry.
Tour. Yeah, sorry, Mark and Diane.
Yeah, I love it. Ta-ra!
Oh, well, there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. We're just sitting indoors. Sharon's doing a bit of work on the computer, the laptop at the moment. Stacey just come in and she said there was a parcel, an Amazon parcel, outside in the rain, delivered right down the other end of the drive, just thrown next to the bin. Let me just show you how it's turned up. Look at the state of that. Look, it's saturated. The box is all open. Look. Now this is a present for one of our grandchildren. But look at the state of that. That's how it was left out, and we didn't even know it was there. So Sharon's got straight onto Amazon, and they've given her a refund. You didn't even have to send the photo, Sharon, did you?
No, I took photos and everything, but they hadn't even been to the door. That's what made me cross. They've just left it at the gates by the bins, not even come up to the doorbell.
Saturated, soaking wet, all ripped up like that. I can't believe it.
I'm lucky the present inside is fine. They did said I could send it all back, but no.
Yeah, so they give you a refund
for the inconvenience.
Anyway, we're in front of the fire at the moment. Oh, I'm in the shadows, folks. We're in front of the fire at the moment, keeping lovely and warm because it's absolutely freezing outside. Merlin's down there, at you, Merlin. And Dougal's where he normally is. Let's just show you. You didn't see him on the last video. Oh, you awake? You awake? Look at him. Look, he's a big bundle of fluff, isn't he? That's it, folks. Hope you've enjoyed that little Q&A. Don't forget to stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the little notification bell. We're still getting people not understanding that you have to ring that bell to get the notifications come through when we advertise the
and go back
air
on
fryers.
Sundays and hit that hype button for us, please.
Yeah. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that one, folks. Don't forget we've got Scotland coming up very shortly, so keep tuned for that one as well. And also, as I said, our Christmas show on the 21st, hopefully, of December at 8 p.m. on Sunday. That'll be a live show. Anyway, thanks very much. We'll see you in the next video. And until then,
Bye.
bye for now.